Hello friends, Ace Botane. In this episode, we'll be starting a new series of questions, basically for NEET type exam. So from each chapter, minimum 30-35 questions covering entire topic and what is important in connection with NCERT. That way, we'll be proceeding along with the discussion. So it will be coming in your Ace Botane channel. Besides it, we'll be usually doing our theory part, again in Ace Botane. So you'll be getting at least 3 representation a week from Ace Botane. So please subscribe it, so you'll be automatically getting it. So we can proceed to the questions. So I will share the screen since questions to be discussed, so it will be convenient for you. I think screen A. So we can proceed. So question series 1, starting with the respiration plans as we have done in theory part. All based on NCERT, page number, etc. given after each question. So how many steps are there in glycolysis? And which is the site of glycolysis? We can find in glycolysis, basically 10 steps will be there. So 10 steps will be there. And it takes place in cytoplasm. So 10 steps takes place in cytoplasm. I think question is clear. We can proceed to second one. So when we discuss the second question, complete combustion of glucose will produce dash as byproducts. NCERT page number, etc. clearly given there. So it will be easy for you for the reference. So complete combustion of glucose will produce dash as byproducts. NCERT is specifically given. It is 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus energy. That is how NCERT given it. So this will be the possibility. Now coming into next question. That is facultative anaerobes. Facultative word means alternative. So facultative anaerobes, that means they can switch over between aerobic and anaerobic condition. That is why the term facultative. Obligative means strict. They cannot change. We are obligate aerobes. So facultative anaerobes means they can switch over between aerobic and anaerobic condition. I think idea clear. So answer should be second one. Now coming into fourth question. Fourth one. Glycolysis is basically, glycolysis is a common pathway between aerobic and anaerobic with evolutionary significance. So primitive atmosphere, no free oxygen. So glycolysis is concerned with the respiration. So it should be concerned with the anaerobic in nature. So option will be 1. Now, next one. Page number I given there, so it will be easy for you. Now, question number 5. Why the plants can get along without respiratory organs? See, options given, each plant part taken care of its own gas exchange needs. That is correct. There is very little transport of gases from one plant part to other. Correct. Plants do not present great demands for gas exchange. Correct. And fourth one, in photosynthesis, oxygen is produced. So they can utilize it if they want. Fifth one, presence of dead wood. That is hardwood. A big area in huge trees that does not require oxygen because it is dead. Sixth one, in most of the cells of a plant, at least a part of their surface in contact with air or airspace. That also correct. That means all the statements given there is correct. Pure NCERT, page number given there. I think it is clear. Now question number 6. Glycolysis is also called, it is otherwise called EMP pathway, Emden, Meyerhoff, Paranas. HMP not in syllabus, exos monophosphation, PCR cycle, photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle, PCO photosynthetic carbon oxidation cycle that we will be learning in photosynthesis. As question. So glycolysis is also called EMP pathway, Emden, Meyerhoff, Paranas. Next one. 7th one. The activator for the first step in glycolysis is? So which is the first step in glycolysis? Glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. So first activator, that is enzyme, is exokinase. So activator is magnesium. Option 4. Now, 8th one. When 2-phosphoglycerate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate, PP, in glycolysis, will eliminate. So which chemical will be eliminated when 2-phosphoglycerate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate in glycolysis? It is nothing but water, H2O. So it is dehydration synthesis. That way we can call that name, removal of water. Dehydration. So option is 3. Now, question number 9. Starting with a single glucose, that is one glucose, in glycolysis, how many decarboxylation? Decarboxylation means removal of carbon dioxide. So that way I'm purposefully given in the bracket, so it will be convenient for you. If any student don't know what is meant by decarboxylation. So removal of carbon dioxide takes place. Remember, glucose is 6 carbon, pyruvic acid is 3 carbon, CH3, CO, COOH. So 6 carbon to 3 carbon, automatically we may think 3 carbon dioxide will be removed because 3 carbon has to be removed. No. The number of decarboxylation in glycolysis is 0. No decarboxylation in glycolysis. So option is 4. All NCERT based question. That page number I given there, so you can check. Now comes question number 10. In lactic acid fermentation, how many decarboxylation takes place? Pyruvic acid, CS3, CO, COOH. CS3, ketonic acid, CO, COOH. That is pyruvic acid. Lactic acid is CS3, CHOH, COOH. So you can find carbon number that is same. That means no decarboxylation in lactic acid fermentation. So option is 1. Now, 11. In ethyl alcohol fermentation, after glycolysis, pyruvic acid will be formed. Pyruvic acid, first step, it is converted to acetaldehyde plus carbon dioxide. So acetaldehyde becomes 2 carbon, pyruvic acid 3 carbon. Now acetaldehyde will be converted to ethanol where there is no decarboxylation. So we can find, your question is, here P and Q enzymes respectively stands for. P and Q is a famous question. So first step is pyruvic acid to acetaldehyde. 3 carbon to 2 carbon, so it is decarboxylation. So it should be pyruvic acid decarboxylase. So there are 2 options, 2 and 3. Now second part, acetaldehyde to ethanol. Acetaldehyde to ethanol, we can find it is the enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase. So totality, when we compare, option is 2. I think idea clear. Direct NCERT to all this. Later we can do difficult or slightly outside question. First round we can proceed with more oriented towards pure NCERT. Now question number 12. What would be the maximum concentration of alcohol in beverages that are naturally fermented? So natural fermentation has to take place. NCERT clearly says it is about or less than 13%. Further increase of alcohol content we can artificially do by distillation procedure. Normally, by natural fermentation, it is about or less than 13%. So option is 1. I think it is clear. Now, next 13. In both lactic acid and ethyl alcohol fermentation, not much energy is released. The dash percentage of energy in glucose is released and not at all of it is trapped as high energy bond of ATP. Again, it is direct NCERT question. These 2 values, previous question and this value, they are frequently asking the number. NCERT clearly given it is less than 7%. I think idea clear. Now we can proceed to 14. Complete oxidation of a single pyruvic acid by the stepwise removal of all the hydrogen atom, leaving dash molecules of carbon dioxide. See, question is single pyruvic acid. When we do question, each way we should take care. What they are asking, what they need, and what are the options they give. So these 3 points in our mind when we do objective type question. What they want, what they given, and what are the options they given. So the term is single pyruvic acid, not 2 pyruvic acid. So Single pyruvic acid by the stepwise removal of all the hydrogen atom leaving dash molecules of carbon dioxide. So how many molecules of carbon dioxide removed? So from pyruvic acid, when it enters into oxidative decarboxylation, we can find one carbon dioxide is eliminated. Now it enters into Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle, we can find 6-carbon citric acid will be converted into 4-carbon oxaloacetic acid. So 2 carbon dioxide will be removed. So minus 2 CO2. So total will be minus 3 CO2. So option will be 3. I think idea clear how that become 3 carbon dioxide. Direct NCERT all this. Now we can proceed to next question. 15. From a single pyruvic acid through link reaction, Krebs cycle, how many NADH2 will be produced? So single pyruvic acid, that wording we should take care. Single pyruvic acid that enters into oxidative decarboxylation. So there we can find one NADH2 will be removed. Now Krebs cycle, we can find Krebs cycle 3 NADH2 will be produced. NADH2 will be produced. So that means total will be 3 plus 1, 4 NADH2. So answer should be 1. I remember when they are asking reducing power, wording is reducing power, then we should add, we should consider FADH2 also. That is why I put that term NADH2. Instead of it, they put reducing power, FADH2 also should be considered. That type of question, when we get a chance, we can again put it. Now I will be dealing all these chapters one by one this way, and their NCERT will be covered around 30-35 questions. And again, if time available, more and more tougher or a difficult question we can discuss. Slightly away from NCERT, that way. I think it is clear. Too much outside NCERT, no much use. That is what previous entrance exam shows for last 20 years. Previously, many years back, they are putting very tough question, even slightly outside syllabus. I remember one question, so many years back. Ravolfia serpentina belongs to the family. For you, there is no family like Ravolfia serpentina, that is Apocynaceae. That is a family, but that way they are asking previously, around 15-20 years back. Now they are concerned with more towards NCERT. So 15, I think it is clear. Now question number 16. So when we proceed with the question number 16, Krebs cycle takes place in. Krebs cycle takes place in, no doubt, it is in mitochondrial matrix. Krebs cycle takes place in mitochondrial matrix. Direct question. Now coming into 17th. That is link reaction or oxidative decarboxylation takes place at 1. Eukaryote where it takes place, aerobic prokaryote where it takes place. Eukaryote, we know it is in mitochondria. And in aerobic prokaryote, anaerobic no need, aerobic prokaryote is in cytoplasm. So option is 1. Now 18. Chemiosmotic hypothesis given by. This same theory comes in photons also, here also. Scientist is Peter Mitchell. Chemiosmotic theory. Now coming into question number 19. The exceptional enzyme succinic dehydrogenase, SDH, is found in or on that way. So it is an exceptional enzyme because others are seen in mitochondrial matrix, while succinate dehydrogenase, that enzyme, is specifically seen in, found attached to inner mitochondrial membrane. So it is on inner mitochondrial membrane, we can find it. So option is 3. Now 20. Starting from 2-glucose, that's the term, 2-glucose. This type of terms we should keep in our mind or write somewhere. How many Krebs cycle will take place normally? From 1-glucose to pyruvic acid, 2-pyruvic acid means 2 oxidative decarboxylation and 2 Krebs cycle. That is from 1-glucose. It is 2 Krebs cycle. So from 2-glucose, we can find it is 4 pyruvic acid will be produced. 4 pyruvic acid means 4 Krebs cycles. So option will be 4. Now 21. Enzyme connected with the link reaction. That's a famous enzyme. The full name is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, which actually contains many chemicals. Time being, it is again a decarbox. Many are there. commonly called pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. So option is 4. 20. Option 4. I think idea clear. Now 22. If 2 turns of Krebs cycle, again 2 turns, this type of term, okay, 2 turns of Krebs cycle takes place, how many decarboxylation will take place from a glucose? So normal routine reaction from 1 glucose to pyruvic acid to oxidative decarboxylation or link reaction to Krebs cycle. So Krebs cycle means 6 carbon citric acid to 4 carbon oxaloacetic acid. So 1 Krebs cycle to decarboxylation, 1 Krebs cycle to decarboxylation. So 2 Krebs cycle means 2 into 2, 4 decarboxylation will take place. So option A is 1. I think idea clear. Now we can proceed to 23. Electron transport system is located at. Electron transport system is located in inner mitochondrial membrane. Direct question, so it is here. So that is the original membrane of mitochondria. That is a clue for our cell, the basic unit of life. Which membrane is original for mitochondria? Inner mitochondrial membrane. I think idea clear, inner mitochondrial membrane. Now comes 24. In which chemical will act as terminal electron acceptor in ATS system? NCERT clearly says terminal acceptor is oxygen. Last only the oxygen will be playing the role. So it is oxygen, option 2. Now 25. How many main complexes are involved in ETS, including synthesis of ATP? Totally 5 complexes. Complex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5th complex is concerned with the ATP production. So option is 3. I think idea clear. Now 26. Identify the features of cytochrome C. Direct NCERT, routine question, repeated question. It is a small protein, correct. Attached to the outer surface of inner membrane, correct. Act as a mobile carrier for transfer of electrons between complex 3 and 4, correct. So answer is 4, all of this. I think idea clear. Now we can proceed to next one. That is question number 27. Cytochrome C oxidase complex refers to. So cytochrome C oxidase, so it's donating. It is referring to complex 4. Oxidation reduction, you know, receiving and donating. So the answer is complex 4. That is first one, option. Now 28. Connected with the complex 4. How many are correct? It is cytochrome oxidase complex, right? Have cytochrome AA3, right? Have 2 copper centers, right? All of this. So option is 28, 4. Direct NCERT. Repeated question. Now 29. For each ATP produced, dash pass through F0 from the intermembrane space to the matrix down the electron chemical proton gradient. Direct NCERT line. What NCERT given is 4H+. So option is 3. Now next. That is 30. Oxidation of 1 molecule of NADH gives rise to dash molecules of ATP, while 1 molecule of FADH to produce dash molecule of ATP. Again, NCERT direct to question. NADH2 gives rise to 3 ATP. Okay, FADH2 can produce 2 ATP. So option wise, it is 2. Direct NCERT. Now 31. In mitochondrial ATP synthesis, original ATP produced at. Where we can find a figure in NCERT 12.5, I think, where we can find that ATP production takes place in mitochondrial matrix. Diagram clearly there. That is why I told you second round. Again, the diagram that all things will be doing as a question. So first round chapter-wise question we are proceeding. So watch the channel. It will be there. In theory also simultaneously we are proceeding as our usual classes. That is Wednesday and Saturday. We can proceed. 32. 32 is concerned with RQ. RQ is another regular question. Respiratory quotient values for the following chemicals will be matching. Carbohydrate, fat, protein, anaerobic respiration, organic acid. As we know, carbohydrate is always 1, CO2 by O2. Protein is slightly less than 1, so normal value will be 0.9. Fat will be usually 0.7. Anaerobic respiration, O2 will not be involved, so it is infinite. Organic acid will be greater than 1. So option is 1. Now next, that is question number 33. Okay, when carbohydrates and proteins are used as respiratory substances, that type of respirations are called. When carbohydrate is used as respiratory substrate, it is commonly called floating respiration. And when proteins are utilized, it is called protoplasmic respiration. So option is 2, floating and protoplasmic. Now the last question, 34. Common meeting point. That is NCERT table, very common question. It's slightly difficult to remember. That is why I put this question. Common meeting point of fatty acid, glycerol, carbohydrate, amino acid among metabolic pathways showing respiration-mediated breakdown of different organic molecules to CO2 and H2O. Page number 163, that chart you'll be remembered. It's another regular question. Where all this will be coming and meeting, all these chemicals as a common point. It is nothing but acetyl coenzyme A. That is regarding the 34 question. Try to cover the entire portion. Still a lot of area, a lot of question we can put. That will be coming gradually one by one. First, we will be covering entire NCERT chapter as much as possible. So continuing procedure. If you like this episode, subscribe all, like it, share it, comment on it. We will be continuing the series. Question by series will be continuing. Theory, twice in a week. That will be proceeding.